What if I told you the orange juice sitting in your fridge right now has more in common with a bottle of Chanel No 5 than it does with an actual orange? Not a metaphor, not an exaggeration. The same laboratories, the same chemists, the same process. The fragrance industry is literally designing the taste of your breakfast, and the brand you trust most is probably the worst offender. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to throw out what's in your fridge, save money, and never get played by a juice label again. Before we get into it, if you're the kind of person who actually wants to know what's in your food, hit subscribe right now. Smash that like button and tap the notification bell so you don't miss next week's video. You ready? Let's go. Section 1, the science of the scam. Let's start with something the juice industry has never once put in a commercial. Oranges are seasonal. In Florida, which is a heartbeat of American orange juice, harvest runs roughly from October through April. That's about 6 months of the year. But Americans drink orange juice every single day of the year. So how does that work? Here's how it works. After the oranges are squeezed and pasteurized, the juice gets pumped into what the industry calls aseptic storage tanks. These aren't small. We're talking tanks that hold up to 1 million gallons of juice. To prevent spoilage, the oxygen gets stripped out of the juice entirely through a process called deaeration. No oxygen means no bacteria, no fermentation, no breakdown. The juice can sit in those tanks for up to 12 months without going bad. 12 months. Now, here's the part they really don't want you thinking about. When you strip oxygen out of orange juice, you don't just remove the thing that causes spoilage. You remove every single volatile aromatic compound that makes orange juice taste like orange juice. What comes out of those tanks after a year isn't really juice anymore. It's a pale, flavorless, yellowish liquid that vaguely used to be related to an orange. So how does it end up tasting like oranges when it hits your glass? They hire perfumers, actual fragrance companies. The same firms that develop scents for luxury fashion houses are contracted by the juice industry to engineer what are called flavor packs. These are custom chemical blends built specifically to make year-old tank liquid taste like it was squeezed this morning. The formula isn't even universal. The flavor pack designed for American consumers is loaded with a compound called ethyl butyrate because research showed that's the chemical Americans associate with that sweet, candy-like orange flavor. The packs made for Mexican and Brazilian markets use entirely different compounds because those consumers have different flavor expectations. And here's the legal sleight of hand that makes all of this possible. Because flavor packs are technically derived from orange peel oil and orange essence, byproducts of the orange itself. The FDA does not require them to be listed as a separate ingredient. So a carton that spent 11 months in a deaerated storage tank had its flavor chemically rebuilt by a fragrance lab and was bottled 6 weeks ago can legally, on the front of the carton, say 100% pure, not from concentrate, freshly squeezed. Every word of that is technically defensible. None of it means what you think it means. And it gets worse. As of August 2025, the FDA proposed lowering the minimum Brix standard for pasteurized orange juice. That's a measurement of how much actual orange content is in the juice, from 10.5 degrees down to 10 degrees. They did this at the request of the citrus industry. And while the rule is still pending, the FDA has already announced it won't enforce the old standard in the meantime. The definition of what orange juice even is being quietly rewritten and nobody sent you a memo. Section 2, the brands to ditch. Let's talk about what's actually on the shelf, starting with the ones you need to walk away from. Number 1, Sunny D. We're starting here because this one is almost too easy, and yet it keeps ending up in shopping carts. Sunny D is not orange juice. It is not legally classified as orange juice. It is a citrus punch. The actual orange juice content, from concentrate, is 2% or less. Read the ingredient list out loud sometime. It starts with water and high fructose corn syrup. Then it lists concentrated orange juice, concentrated tangerine juice, concentrated apple juice, concentrated lime juice, concentrated grapefruit juice, and concentrated pear juice, all at 2% or less combined. Then comes citric acid, ascorbic acid, thiamine hydrochloride, natural flavors, modified cornstarch, canola oil. Yes, canola oil in a juice product. because you need an emulsifier to carry artificial flavors, sodium citrate, cellulose gum, sucralose, acesulfame potassium, neotame, sodium hexametaphosphate, potassium sorbate, yellow 5, yellow 6, and calcium disodium EDTA. That's 3 artificial sweeteners layered on top of high fructose corn syrup. 2 synthetic dyes, yellow 5 and yellow 6, that peer-reviewed research has linked to hyperactivity and allergic reactions in children. And canola oil in a drink being sold to kids. This isn't a juice. It's an orange-flavored chemistry project in a bottle shaped like a juice container. Number 2, Minute Maid. Minute Maid has been around since the 1940s, and it started as a frozen concentrate brand. That origin never really left. The core lineup is still reconstituted from concentrate, water added back into bottling. The premium line uses the same flavor pack process as the rest of the industry. But here's the detail that sticks with me about Minute Maid. In late 2011, Coca-Cola, which owns Minute Maid, was the company that alerted the FDA to the presence of carbendazim, an unapproved fungicide, in orange juice sourced from Brazilian growers. The FDA confirmed levels up to 35 parts per billion. Carbendazim is legal in Brazil. Under U.S. federal law, it's an unlawful pesticide residue. Coca-Cola didn't come forward because they had a conscience. They came forward because the contamination was so widespread across the entire industry that they needed to get ahead of the story before someone else broke it. The FDA, for its part, declined to issue a recall. The fruit punch and lemonade products in the Minute Maid line add high fructose corn syrup, sucralose, artificial colors, and preservatives including sodium benzoate and potassium sorbate on top of everything else. Number 3, Florida's Natural. This one is the most frustrating entry on the list because the people buying Florida's Natural are usually the ones trying to do the right thing. The entire brand identity is built around being a grower-owned cooperative. The pitch is, we own the land, we own the trees, we own the process. The implication is that you're buying something closer to the source, something more honest than the corporate giants. The processing line tells a different story. Florida's Natural uses the same aseptic deaeration, the same long-term tank storage, and the same flavor restoration before bottling as every other major brand. They have been included in every significant flavor pack investigation for the better part of 3 decades, right alongside the brands they implicitly position themselves against. The co-op structure is real. The grower ownership is real. None of that changes what happens to the juice between the tree and the carton. The consumer who chose Florida's Natural was doing their homework. The brand used that instinct to charge them a premium for an identical industrial product. That's not a mistake. That's a strategy. Number 4, Simply Orange. The name is doing a lot of work here. Simply Orange. The implication is minimalism, purity, nothing hidden. The carton says 100% pure squeezed orange juice. The processing is the same deaeration and flavor pack system used across the industry. But Simply Orange has a second problem that goes beyond flavor packs. In 2024, a lawsuit, Lawrence versus Coca-Cola, included independent third-party testing that reportedly found PFOA and PFOS, were commonly called forever chemicals, in Simply Tropical juice at levels more than 100 times the EPA's lifetime health advisory for drinking water. 100 times. This is the carton with the sunshine on the label. This is the juice marketed on the idea of natural simplicity. That's what independent testing reportedly found inside it. Number 5, Tropicana Pure Premium. The orange with a straw in it. The words pure and natural and not from concentrate stacked on the front. Tropicana is the flagship of the flavor pack system, and it's also the most expensive of the bunch. In 2012, a class action lawsuit was filed against Tropicana in federal court in California, alleging that the 100% pure and natural and not from concentrate claims were misleading given the deaeration process and flavor pack restoration. Tropicana never disputed the processing practices because they couldn't. The lawsuit was eventually dismissed on class certification grounds, not because the underlying facts were wrong. That same year, Tropicana was also named in the carbendazim fungicide contamination that swept through the Brazilian orange import supply, feeding the American juice industry. The fortified versions, Tro 50, the calcium and vitamin D varieties, add gums and low-calorie sweeteners on top of the base product. You are paying $5 to $7 for a carton of flavor-engineered tank liquid with a straw drawn on the outside. That's the transaction. Section 3. How to read a carton in under 2 minutes. Before we get to the brands worth buying, here's a fast framework for auditing anything on the shelf, or whatever's already in your fridge. The shelf life test. Look at the sell-by date. Count the weeks from today. If it's more than 6 weeks out, the juice has been through deaeration and long-term storage. A 30 to 45-day window is the fingerprint of minimal processing. 60-plus days is the fingerprint of a tank. The ingredient test. Flip the carton. If the ingredient list is longer than one word, if you see anything beyond orange juice or oranges, something has been done to that product. Natural flavors, citric acid added, ascorbic acid added, any juice concentrate. Walk away. The separation test. Pour glass and leave it for a few hours. Real juice separates. The pulp sinks, a clearer layer rises. Flavor-packed juice stays uniformly mixed because it's been stabilized. If your week-old carton still looks like it just came out of a blender, you're drinking an engineered beverage. The consistency test. Buy 2 cartons of the same brand from different stores, or compare this month's carton to one from 2 months from now. Open both and smell them side by side. If they are molecularly identical, that's not agriculture. Real oranges vary by season, by grove, by weather. Consistency in a natural product is the signature of a lab. Section 4. The brands worth buying. Now the good news. There are 4 brands that are actually doing this right. Number 1, 365 by Whole Foods. Start here, because this is the one that breaks the assumption that clean juice has to cost more. 365 is a Whole Foods private label. One ingredient, organic orange juice. No flavor packs, no long-term storage tanks, no preservatives, no added sugar. Whole Foods confirmed this directly to ABC News during the original flavor pack expose more than a decade ago, and that position is held. Here's what most people don't understand about store brands. They usually cut costs by cutting quality. 365 cuts costs by cutting marketing. There's no national ad campaign, no celebrity, no straw in an orange imagery to fund. The savings go to the shelf price, not to the processing line. A 59-ounce bottle runs about $4 to $6. That is frequently cheaper than a carton of Tropicana Pure Premium. You are paying less money for organic, single-ingredient, flavor-pack-free juice than you were paying for the fragrance-engineered version. That's the swap. That's the win. Number 2, Uncle Matt's Organic. Uncle Matt's is a 4th-generation Florida citrus family based in Claremont. One ingredient, organic orange juice. USDA certified organic, which means no synthetic pesticides and no GMOs. But Uncle Matt's also carries a certification that almost no other juice brand in America can claim. Certified glyphosate residue-free by the Detox Project. The orange varieties, a blend of Hamlin and Valencia, have been developed by the family across 4 generations. They transitioned their groves to certified organic long before organic citrus was a mainstream market category. Uncle Matt's is currently the #1 selling organic orange juice brand in the country. About $7 to $9 for a 52-ounce bottle. Available at Whole Foods, Sprouts, Kroger, Publix, and Walmart. Number 3, Evolution Fresh. Evolution Fresh does something technically different from every other brand on this list. Instead of using heat pasteurization, which is what strips the flavor out and creates the need for flavor packs in the first place, they use high-pressure processing, or HPP. The juice gets subjected to intense pressure rather than heat. Pathogens are eliminated. Flavor compounds are preserved. No heat means no flavor loss. No flavor loss means no flavor pack needed. The shelf life is shorter as a result, which is exactly the point. A shorter shelf life means the juice is closer to what it was when it left the orange. Evolution Fresh was founded in 1992 in Bellevue, Washington, as a cold-pressed juice pioneer. Starbucks acquired them in 2011 and scaled them into national retail, about $6 to $8 for a 59-ounce bottle. Available at Starbucks locations, Target, Kroger, Safeway, and Whole Foods. Number 4, Natalie's Orchid Island. One ingredient: oranges. Natalie's uses what they call gourmet pasteurization. Minimum temperature, minimum time. Just enough to meet safety requirements. The shelf life runs 30 to 45 days. That's the number you're looking for. That's the signature of juice that hasn't been through a tank. The brand was started in 1989 by Mary Grace and Bobby Sexton in Fort Pierce, Florida. Bobby came from 4 generations of Florida citrus farming. Mary Grace began squeezing juice in her kitchen because she wanted clean juice for her infant daughter, whose name is Natalie, which is what brand name comes from. That kitchen operation grew into a women-owned, family-run business doing roughly $140 million in annual revenue. No preservatives, no concentrates, no flavor packs, no GMOs, no added sugar. About $7 to $9 for a 32-ounce bottle at Publix, Whole Foods, and most Southeast and Northeast grocery chains. Here's a summary of what just happened. The juice industry has been running a flavor engineering operation for 30 years, hiding it behind FDA labeling rules that technically permit it, and charging you a premium for the result. The regulatory standard defining what orange juice even is being quietly weakened right now, with no public announcement and no consumer notification. And the cleanest, most honest orange juice in America, organic, single ingredient, no flavor packs, is sitting on a shelf at Whole Foods for less money than the engineered version you've been buying. The label can't mislead you if you know how to read it. Now you do. Please take a moment to subscribe, like the video, and smash the notification bell so you know when our next video posts. I don't know if you saw it, but we were in the dairy aisle last week, and what we found in your butter is not something you're going to want to miss. Check it out. Bite back bites. We chew through the nonsense so you don't have to.